wearing my glasses, so there's gonna be a glare. We can go on this journey together, or if that annoys you too much, I understand, but glasses are on. Hey guys, it's V. So today we are doing a what is in my travel makeup bag because I don't travel hardly ever. The last time I traveled was about 2 years ago, I believe, and it was just to the Austin area to visit my dad. So we went to Chicago this past weekend. We actually just got home yesterday, and so I wanted to film for you guys what is in my travel makeup bag. So what I brought with me. So excuse the whatever, don't excuse it, whatever. I look like this, all right? Who cares what I look like? It doesn't really matter. The point is we're talking about what I brought with me to Chicago on my trip. So I've got this packed makeup bag here. I also have my little travel brush case here from Luxie that I got with the Dreamcatcher brush set. And then I also have my liquids here. So we are going to go through all of this today. So I hope you guys are ready to go through everything because I'm excited to show you guys what I brought with me, what made the cut, what took me to Chicago, and why I brought it, you know? So first off, let's go into the liquids because I see a little bit of spillage has happened here. The Revlon Color Stay lid has definitely come unscrewed. That was probably my bad. So we're gonna start with this so that I can slightly clean up that mess a little bit. So let's go ahead and open her up. First thing in here is actually not something of mine, but something that I got while I was in Chicago. The person that we were visiting is one of me and Blake's best friends, and she actually had this and she hasn't used it. She said she doesn't really like it that much, so she gave it to me. It is the Origins Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask, and it is exactly 3.4 ounces, which is the limit for a carry-on. So I was able to bring it back with me, so I have a full container of this. I love this charcoal mask. It is super good to like clean your pores out and everything, so thank you, Ariel, for giving that to me. And the next thing in here, we've got some deodorant. This is the Dove Advanced Care. It's honestly not a great deodorant, but it was a travel size, so I brought it with me. I actually completely used this up. This is a little mini of the Detox Dry Shampoo from Dry Bar. I ended up only being able to use this the first 2 days that we were there, so the third day I had to use some of Ariel's dry shampoo, but I love this dry shampoo. Y'all already know. I have raved about it multiple times, but I am glad that I brought it because I was able to use it for those first 2 days. Next thing is a little Dry Bar clip that actually came in a little 500 point perk set where I got this little mini of the Detox Dry Shampoo. And then I have the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I got this in a Sephora Play box, so I'm really glad that I got this because I did not have a travel size setting spray, and like most of the setting sprays that I own are small enough to where I could have put them in a carry-on, but this was so convenient because it was so tiny, so it fit in this little bag super easily. And this was an amazing setting spray. I mean, I've used it in the past. It's a great setting spray, no doubt, but it worked super well on my trip. My makeup was good all day long, and it was so windy and my nose was running, and so it ended up helping me out quite a bit. So glad that I brought that. We have found the first thing that has been victimized by the Revlon Color Stay. I actually just brought these. I was gonna put them in my empties, but I guess I can just talk about them here because I did bring them with me on my trip. So I had a little sample of the Sephora Express Makeup Remover wipes. I had a little set of 2 of these, and honestly, I did not care for these at all. First of all, they were tiny. I don't know if it's because they were in this travel set, but they were not big enough to do a full face of makeup. I ended up using both of them just to get my eye makeup off, and then I had to use another makeup wipe to get my face makeup off because these just did not work very well. So if you're traveling, I would not recommend these ones. They are not that great. The next thing I have in here is a little mini of the Neutrogena hand cream, the Norwegian formula. This stuff is amazing for my psoriasis on my nose. It helps so much when I get those super dry patches on the corner of my nose right here. So I brought this with me because I knew it was going to be cold in Chicago, and whenever I take my makeup off, I just put 2 dabs of this on the sides of my nose just to keep them super moisturized, and I love this stuff. I can't remember where I got it. I think it was either I think it was definitely probably a Walmart beauty box. So I'm so glad that I have this stuff because it was amazing, and that is gonna last me forever because you need the just tiniest little amount of that stuff. So next thing in here, just got a little bit of foundation on it, but this is my Hanley lip treatment. I talked about this in my Holy Grail products from subscription boxes because that is where I got this. I can link that video up here for you guys if you want to watch it, but this is my favorite. It is such a good little lip balm and it's perfect size. Like I think this one is like a smaller size than what they actually sell because it was inside an Ipsy bag, but it's amazing. It was so good and I love this stuff, so that's why I brought that one. Next thing I brought the NYX Hydro Touch Foundation Primer. I love this primer. It's such a good primer, and since it was hydrating, I wanted to bring it with me to Chicago because it is cold there and you need all the hydration in your skin. So glad that I brought that, and it was a good size to bring with me. It wasn't too large. I'm just taking everything out instead of the foundation, and that can be the last thing that comes out of this bag. So the next thing is the Garnier Skin Active Clearly Brighter Brightening and Smoothing Daily Moisturizer. This I brought for the rest of my face. I brought that little hand cream for my nose, and then this I've been using as my daily moisturizer, and I really like it. So I mean, nothing bad to say about it. It works really well. I will say when my psoriasis is acting up, it does tend to like burn on that area, but other than that, I do really like this stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe the foundation off of it so that I can keep using it. I also got this shirt while I was there. It's a Chicago shirt. I thought it was really cute. I like to buy like super big shirts when I go places so that I can wear them a lot, because these are the type of shirts that I always sleep in because they're so comfy, and I just really liked the font and everything on this one. I thought it was super cute. So next thing in here, I really didn't buy a whole lot while I was there. It was more about the experience of going there. I will have a vlog. I'm working on that. There is so many clips, so many of the clips for that, so that'll go up a little bit later. Probably, maybe it'll be the next video. If I have time to edit it, it'll be the next video after this one. So next thing I brought was some toothpaste. This one I just got from my dentist last time I got my teeth cleaned. So it is the Crest, whatever, I don't know. It was fine, we used it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe the foundation off of that as well. I literally brought this paper towel with me over here because I saw before I started filming that the foundation had combusted a little bit. I'm not really sure why I brought two eye creams, but I did. So the first one is the Clinique Pep Start. I think I brought this one because I thought this one was almost out, and that is true. I think I need to put this one in my empties because it's almost gone, but it's a great eye cream. It's really great for right before your makeup because it sets really quickly. The next one, I just gotta wipe this before I can show it to you. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. I keep saying Boost. I've said that like 3 times. Hydro Boost Gel Cream Eye. So this is a really good eye cream. I actually really love this stuff. It sets really, really fast, so it sinks into your skin super quickly. So I love that eye cream, and it does not hurt my eyes at all. And then the last thing is Revlon Color Stay in Normal to Dry in the shade Ivory, which may have to just be thrown away at this point. I don't know. I guess we'll find out how much is left of that at another time because we do not have time today to go through that. So now let's get into the big boy, which is this makeup bag. This I actually got from Forever 21 a while ago. I think I got it maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, but it's huge, and that's why I love it to take all my makeup with me. So as you can see in that toiletries bag, the only makeup that I had was my primer, setting spray, and foundation. So everything else is in here, so let's go through that. First thing I'm taking out is just tampons and pads because I started my period while I was there. Lovely to do that while you're on vacation, but it wasn't a big deal. Periods happen. You know how it goes. But okay, so now that those are out of there, first thing I brought is the Real Techniques Bold Metals marble sponge. I really like this sponge, and it was like super clean compared to my other sponges. It was like one of the last clean ones left, so I brought it. It still is like slightly damp after using it yesterday morning, but I used it for 3 days, and this is how dirty it got, so you can see definitely did use it. For contour and for setting my eyes after I put eye primer on, I brought the Wet n Wild Color Icon contouring palette in Caramel Toffee because this is such a good contour color for me, and I knew that I could multi-purpose this to use this color to set my eyelid primer. So I brought that because I knew that I could use it for 2 different things, and when you're traveling, that's what you want. You want multi-purpose things, which is the same reason why I also brought this. This is the Physicians Formula Natural Nude shimmer thing. I got this quite a while ago, probably like 4 or 5 months ago. I just love this because you can use it as a really pretty highlighter and you can also use it as eyeshadow, so that is definitely what I did. I used a couple colors for inner corner highlight and also for my actual face highlight, so I love this little palette, and this was actually the only mirror that I brought, but luckily our friend Ariel had plenty of mirrors that I could use. But anyway, so I brought that, and then the next thing that I brought is I just put a bunch of shadows inside of a little Z palette to bring with me, and blushes. So for blush, I brought the shade Dandelion from Benefit and also the shade Rockateur because they were already de-panned, and so it was really easy just to stick them in here. So I brought one light color and one darker color. And then as far as eyeshadows go, I think this one is called Rockstar from Makeup Geek here, which is a beautiful duochrome silver. I have the shade Petal Pusher from Makeup Geek. I have the shade Vintage from Makeup Geek. I have the shade Bitten from Makeup Geek. I have the shade Sienna from Anastasia, and then I also have the shade Latte from Makeup Geek. So in terms of eyeshadows, those are the ones that I brought with me. Thought there was a spider on me. Scared the crap out of me for a second there. For eyeshadow primer, this is the one I've been using because this is the one that I have at the moment, and it actually works well for me. I got this in the Sephora Extravagant Eyes set quite a while ago. This is the Smashbox 24-hour eyeshadow primer. It works well for me, so I've been using it until I use it up, and then I will buy the Wet n Wild one again because I did run out of that one pretty recently, so I have that. And then let's see, in terms of my brows, I brought my Auburn Dip Brow Pomade from Anastasia. I use this religiously. I love this pomade, although this one is getting real dry and I have put oil in it so many times to revive it, so I think this one has got to go. And I'm really upset because it annoys me how drugstore brands do not have Auburn colors of pomades. They have like way other colors of the spectrum, but they never have an Auburn. I have yet to find an Auburn in a drugstore brand, and I'm annoyed because, I mean, this does last forever, but I would like to have a drugstore option. So if y'all know of a drugstore brow pomade that costs less than $18, let me know. I also brought a nail file because your girl's nails are always getting broken, so I brought a nail file because you just have to bring that. I brought the Sills Booster XL, a little mini. I think I got this as a 100-point perk or something from Sephora, and I love this eye primer. I didn't use it a whole lot because I wore falsies when I was there, but the third day, Saturday, I did not wear falsies and I used this, and it is good stuff. I love that primer. I also brought the Lash Sensational Waterproof Black Pearl because I use this for my lower lash line. For mascara, I brought the Hypnose Drama because it was a mini and I've been using this one for a couple of weeks, and so I just brought that one with me because it works really well and it's small, so I brought that to use. And also for my brows, I brought the Brow Control and Shape Gel from Allure, which I had mentioned in my monthly beauty haul for April that this one is okay. It's not amazing, it's no Anastasia, but it's okay, and it's little, so it was easy to bring with me. Of course, I brought my Shape Tape in the shade Fair Neutral. This one is on its last leg though, so I wanted to just bring it so I could use it up so I can start using the new one that I bought. I also brought the Milani Brow Tint Pen to fill in my little freckle on my face. This is in the shade Natural. I love this for my freckle because it looks super natural. I also brought a little extractor tool because sometimes you just need to pop the pimple, and I love using this thing. I also brought the little tiny Marc Jacobs gel eyeliner. I didn't end up using this because I didn't do any black in my waterline. And then I used the House of Lashes eyelash adhesive. I know that I included this in a disappointing products of 2016 for me, but lately it's been actually a lot better, so I think maybe it's just the first couple times I tried to use it, it wasn't very good, but it's been pretty good lately, so I'm actually like doing pretty well at using this. It's my only clear lash glue that I have right now also, so I'm trying to use it up so I can get another one. I also brought the Bella Pierre makeup base. This is an eyeshadow primer, but I've actually been using this to do sort of that method that has been on YouTube where you can put like a paint pot on your nose to try and help your foundation to not rub off on your nose? This obviously is not a paint pot. I actually just bought a paint pot from Ulta because Ulta just started carrying MAC yesterday. So I bought one of those to try, but this has actually been working pretty well, and it's a nice color. It's got a nice pink tone to it, so I really like it because it isn't too yellow toned on my skin. So I actually like this. It doesn't work perfectly. Like, my foundation does still kind of wear off throughout the day, but this has been helping it to not be as bad. So I'm glad that I brought that with me. I've been trying that out for a little while just to see if it kind of helps. So, and then for liner, I brought my NYX Epic Ink liner. Of course, I just bought a new one of these because I love this liner. It has now replaced my Kat Von D my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. It has replaced it. I will buy this forevermore. I love it so much. And then I brought a couple lip options, which neither one of these I wore. The ones that I wore are in my bag, but I'll tell you what those ones are. They're in my purse because, you know, I reapply throughout the day. I brought the MAC Amplified lipstick in Are You Flirting With Me? This one was from a little set that Nordstrom did. And then I also brought Bite Glacy. I'm not sure exactly how to say it, but it's a really pretty color. I just didn't end up wearing it because I brought a nude. I brought MAC Zenith from the Guillaume collection, and I wore that one day. And then I also brought the nude sticks. I believe I brought Pulse. I don't think I brought Mystic with me. I think I brought Pulse. I love both of those lip colors, but I love that one specifically because it's a perfect everyday color. And then I think we're almost done. Oh, for setting the under eyes, I didn't want to bring my RCMA No Color powder because I wanted a more compact case. So I brought the Besame Brightening Vanilla Rose Powder in Translucent. This is actually a really nice under eye setting powder. I really like it. It smells like roses, which I do not appreciate personally, but it's really, really nice because it's got a nice light pink to it. I would say comparably, this is very similar to the Petal by Kat Von D one, which I do really want to try. I've heard really great things about that, but I was trying to use this one up because I've had it for a little while. I think I've had it since Christmas. Yeah, it's been a little while, but it was perfect size. It worked perfectly for the day. I really like that one because it does not make my under eyes feel cakey. And then I brought my little stickies just in case I wanted to do like a super intense, edgy liner. I don't know. I just brought these. I ended up using them one day and then I used it for my liner and stuff. So then I brought a little tiny brush to apply powder with. I have more brushes in my Luxie case that I'll be talking about, but I keep this one in my like just everyday makeup bag, and I use it for touch-ups on my nose when my nose gets oily. And then I brought the ColourPop eyeshadow in the shade Couche because it is just like, I mean, do you need an explanation? It's so freaking pretty. I love this shade. I wore it like all over my lid with a halo eye on Thursday when we were there. So beautiful. And then we've just got some hair ties and some tweezers. That is the other things. And then a little brush. I think that was inside of the Physicians Formula thing. So that's all that's left in my makeup bag. And then in my brush bag, this is a brush container. Like I said, I got this with the Dreamcatcher brush set, which I did a full review on for Luxie, but it's just a little thing that comes like this, and I like it because it doesn't squish my brushes. So in terms of the brushes that I brought with me, we have got my favorite blush brush of life, which is the Luxie Large Angled 504 brush. I love this one. This is from that Dreamcatcher set. As you can see, it matches. And then I also brought, this is another everyday brush for me. This is the 200 brush from Real Techniques. They're bold metals. I use this to set my eye primer every single day. I love this brush like more than life. This brush I just got from Ipsy and I brought it with me. This is the 660 Precision Foundation brush. I actually used this brush to set my under eye with that Besame powder and it worked amazingly. It was so good. And then for contour, I brought the e.l.f. Angled Blush brush, and it's such a good contour brush. Super good. I love that one. Super cheap too. For highlight, I brought the Real Techniques angled highlighter brush. I got this in a limited edition set from Ross actually, but I think it was sold at Sephora around Christmas time. So I love that highlighter brush. I also love the setting brush for highlighter. It's a really good brush as well. I brought this one, I think for contour. I'm not sure why I brought this one, but this is one of the Sephora brushes from the Marble collection. And yeah, I think I brought it for contour, but I didn't end up using it. And then I also brought the Royal and Langnickel fan brush just in case I had any fallout, but I didn't really have a huge issue with that with the Makeup Geek shadows, so I didn't end up using that. And then for eye brushes, I brought two brow brushes. I love this little Essence brush. It is amazing if you see these and you need an angled brow brush. This is so good, and it's like $2 at Ulta, just in case you need to get your purchase over the 15, so you can use that $3.50 off of a 15 coupon, you know what I'm saying? This is the eyeliner brush from Essence, and they have this version, and then they also have it in like a purple, black, and white version, but it is a really, really good brow brush. I use that all the time. I have like 5 of those brushes. And then I also brought the Luxie 215 small angle brush to do brows with, just because I didn't want to use the same brush every single day because it can get a little crusty on there. And then for eye brushes, we've just got a few here. Of course, I brought my Luxie brushes. I mean, duh, I use these ones religiously. So I have 2 of the tapered blending brush. I have one in the Dreamcatcher packaging and one in the regular packaging, but these brushes are my favorite. I use them so much. And then I also brought the 231 small tapered blending, which is really great for halo eyes and for the lower lash line. Love that brush. I also brought the SL Miss Glam brush. This is the L34 Blend Beauty, the Ipsy brush. I got this in my Ipsy bag not too long ago. Super good brush as well. Another brush that I got in my Ipsy is the Vasanti Contour Eyeshadow 4 brush. Love this brush for blending, especially for halo eyes. It's super good as well. This one I got from Walgreens. It was actually one of the Princess brush sets. It's just a little fat pencil-y kind of brush. The e.l.f. one that looks just like this works just as well, but I just brought this one because it was clean. And then I also brought my MAC Guillaume. I don't know which brush this is. It doesn't say on there. I think it's one of their like more popular brushes though. So I brought that one just to pack on lid colors. And then last but not least, I brought the Morphe E36 because this just, when it comes to inner corner highlight, this is my main brush. It is just so good. I love this little brush. I have like 3 or 4 of these because they are so good. So that is all of the makeup that I brought with me traveling. This is gonna be quite a long video, but you know what? When you do YouTube videos, you can't just bring one eyeshadow palette and 3 brushes with you. You've got to bring the whole shebang. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to show some love to the like button down there, and if you subscribe, you can be a member of my Muse fam, and I love you guys so much. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye guys!